Hello everyone. In this video we are going to discuss about access code system. It is a system for identification and assembling of parts. Our team members are Jesse Anasoya, Mohammad Ansari, Mohammad Arifur Rahman and Arman Salih Nihal. Our problem definition is to identify and assemble parts with minimal error after an incident which has occurred en masse. Now en masse, the environmental conditions are different. So we have kept those parameters into our mind and developed the idea. The requirements are based upon the problem definition. The system should require only one astronaut to operate. That is, it should not require multiple astronauts to operate the system. The system should work with minimal errors. The system should survive in harsh conditions like very high temperature and radiation. The system should also have a backup option. What is access code system? It is a system which works depending upon series of code sequences to identify and give information on assembling of parts to astronauts. Now, how does it works upon series of code sequences? We'll see in the next slide. Let us discuss about part identification data. The unique identification data is classified into three parts. The previous part unique data would consist the address of previous part. The current part unique data would consist the address of the current part. And the next part unique data would consist the address of the next part that needs to be assembled. Now on the bottom right you could see the array representation of sequence of parts. If you see, part A consists the rear node same as the front node of part B, and this is how sequencing of parts is done. Now how does the access code system works? Let us have a look on the prototype we have developed so we get better insight about how access code system works. This is the prototype for access code system. Let's enter the front code as 12, the unique code as 1234 and the rear code as 14. Now let's process the part. Now we can see part 1 visible in the sequence of parts area. The part 1 is visible with unique code 1234 which we entered just now. Now let's enter the code for another part. The front code would be 14. The unique code would be different from all the parts which are visible in the sequence of parts area, and the rear code as 16. Now let's process the part. Now we can see part 2 after part 1. This is because the rear code of part 1 matches with the front code of part 2 and hence it is visible after part 1. Now let's enter code for another part. We would enter front code as 11, the unique code as different one, and the rear code would be 12. Now let's process the part. Now we can see part 1 with unique code 57657 which we entered just now. The part 1 is visible before part 2 because the rear code of part 1 matches with the front code of part 2 and hence it appears before part 2. This is how sequence of parts would be displayed to the astronaut, and it will make easier for the astronaut to know which part needs to be assembled next. Now these codes we are entering manually, but we believe in future these codes we would get from the RFID devices which are pretty much resistible to high temperature and radiations. This system requires only one astronaut to operate it, and it can also resist in high temperature and radiations. Thanks for watching the video. If you like the video, please hit the like button and subscribe the channel.